So, I have a question. Are you a judge? You don't have any jurisdiction over me. Or you don't have any jurisdiction, okay? No, I'm Anthony Mathis, the living man, here in special appearance for Anthony Winston Mathis, also acting in my proper capacity of the trustee of the trust. If the plaintiff cannot come to court, then this shall be dismissed. That's failure.
Or
I
you may
object. I
walk
will
a
not be
cash
paying
check or
any fine.
charge into the
I will not be
44th
paying
District
any fine.
Court. Please don't interrupt the court, sir.
This judge absolutely shuts down a sovereign citizen in one of the wildest Zoom court hearings you'll ever see. The defendant is in court for running a red light, and the officer who issued the ticket is present to testify, making it a pretty straightforward case under traffic law. But instead of taking responsibility, this guy goes full sovereign citizen mode, throwing out bizarre legal theories and refusing to acknowledge the court's authority. His arguments are so outrageous, it's hard not to laugh. The judge, though, stays composed and completely dismantles every ridiculous claim with calm authority. Let me know what you think of this hearing in the comments, and if you enjoy courtroom showdowns like this, don't forget to like and subscribe.
You are Anthony Winston Mathis?
No, I'm Anthony Mathis, the living man, here in special appearance for Anthony Winston Mathis, also acting in my proper capacity of the trustee of the trust.
Very well, Mr. Mathis. Today's the date and time for your informal hearing. The citation before the court, Mr. Mathis, indicates that on May the 24th of this year at approximately 9 p.m., you are operating a 2024 Ford Edge, black in color on 11 Mile Road, near Washington, in the city of Royal Oak. And at that place and time, you committed the civil infraction of impeding traffic. Impeding traffic, sir, is considered a lesser included offense within nearly any moving violation. And Officer Moran indicates in his detailed note that your vehicle was on East 11 Mile Road at Washington and disobeyed the traffic signal. The officer had a green arrow and therefore driver had a red light. Mr. Mathis, you have three options and three options only, sir, in the protection of your own rights. You may, sir, admit responsibility in this manner. The court will attach the scheduled fine and that will close the case. Or, Mr. Mathis, you may admit responsibility with an explanation that you believe mitigates these circumstances, or you have every right to deny responsibility and the court will swear the parties and will take testimony. What would you like the court to do for you today?
Well, I have a few questions, if you don't mind.
The court does mind. You need to make a plea. I am required by
No,
law.
I don't plead to anybody. I only plead to the Most High. Who are you?
I am Magistrate William Urick, P43273. I am a sworn judicial officer of this district. We are here for your informal hearing that you requested. This court is required by law, procedure, and court rule to take a plea. The motorist requesting this informal hearing, that being you, must make such a plea. You may admit responsibility in this
I
matter.
don't plead to anybody but God.
You may admit with an explanation, or you may deny responsibility, and the court will swear the parties and will take proofs. What would you have the court do for you today?
I don't plead to anybody.
Very
So I
well.
have a question.
Officer Moran and Mr. Mathis, please raise your right hands.
I do have a question.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you shall give before this court shall be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you very much. Please proceed.
Before we get into the officer's testimony, I just have to say, this judge is quickly becoming one of my absolute favorites to watch. He's all business, no nonsense, and the way he calmly shuts down this sovereign citizen's rambling is pure gold. Honestly, it's the perfect way to handle someone like this. Arguing with them only fuels the delusion, but this judge doesn't take the bait. He stays cool, focused, and keeps total control of the courtroom. It's like watching a master at work. But what do you guys think of the judge so far? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's get back into the hearing.
Magistrate, on May 24, 2024, at approximately 9 p.m., I, Officer Moran, was in the area of East 11 Mile in Washington when I observed 2024 Ford Edge, black in color, with Michigan plate Edward John Lincoln 6501. I was at the light at East 11 in Washington when I had the green arrow to turn. That vehicle then proceeded through the light. As I looked up at the traffic light, that light was red for that driver.
With respect to your selection of citation, you elected to simply issue a ticket for impeding traffic. Is that correct?
I did, magistrate, at that
And that's
time. Yes.
based on your discretion, your training, and your experience.
It is.
Thank you. You obviously have the right to rebuttal if you choose to use it, Officer Moran. Mr. Mathis, it is now your turn. What would you like the court to know, sir?
So, I have a question. Are you a judge?
Mr. Mathis, the court has already indicated it is a sworn judicial officer. It is exercising its jurisdiction lawfully over you. So questioning the court's authority.
You don't have any jurisdiction over me. I would argue you don't have any jurisdiction. Okay.
Mr. Mathis, the officer has already testified as to the facts of the case. It is now your turn to testify. You can tell the court anything you wish the court to know, focusing solely on the events of the date in question. What would you like to tell the court?
The plaintiff is the city of Royal Oak. Please bring the city of Royal Oak. Where's the city of Royal Oak?
The defendant claims the judge has no jurisdiction over him, which makes you wonder, why even show up if that's what he truly believes? This kind of argument always falls apart the moment they say it out loud, because spoiler alert, the court definitely has jurisdiction, especially in a traffic case like this within the state. It's baffling. If you're convinced the judge has no authority, why waste your time showing up? The whole sovereign citizen movement is honestly spiraling out of control, and I feel like I'm seeing more of these cases every single day. I genuinely can't tell if this guy actually believes what he's saying, or if he's just putting on an act. It's honestly hard to say at this point.
The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak, sir.
Where's the city of Royal Oak?
Are you asking where it is geographically, or are you asking where it is in terms of who's present on behalf of the city of Royal Oak?
Where is the city of Royal Oak? Please bring the
court doesn't understand your question. Are you asking where it is on a map, or where is the officer?
No, I know exactly where it is on the geographic location, but where are they right now?
The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak as a sworn and certified Michigan peace officer. So what else would you like to tell the court, Mr. Mathis? And please, again, the court suggests that you focus on the events of the date in question.
Okay. Well, could you please bring forth the injured party? Was anybody injured?
This is not a tort case, Mr. Mathis. It is a case written under the vehicle code of the city of Royal Oak as it is adopted.
As I was traveling, the officer turned on the lights. No one was injured. So please bring forth the injured party. Based on the Constitution, the Sixth Amendment right, I have a right to face my accuser. If the plaintiff cannot come to court, then this shall be dismissed. That's failure.
Under Michigan law, traffic violations like running a red light are considered offenses against public safety, not against individual people. So no, you don't need someone to be injured for the case to be valid. In these situations, the state acts as the plaintiff because running a red light puts everyone on the road at risk, and that alone is enough to bring you to court. Honestly, I have no idea where this guy got his information. Maybe a random Google search or some sovereign citizen forum, but it's completely off base. Anyway, let's get back to the hearing.
Mr. Mathis, is there anything else you wish the court to know?
Please bring forth the injured party. If you can't bring forth the injured party, then this needs to be dismissed now.
Mr. Mathis, is there anything else you wish the court to know?
You guys can't bring anyone forward. As far as the injured party, no one was injured. You guys.
Mr. Mathis, I will ask you one more time. The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak. This is not a case alleging physical harm or breach of contract.
Why are you trying to charge me?
This is a civil case under the Motor Vehicle Code as it was decriminalized in 1979. This is a civil matter. The burden of proof is a preponderance of the evidence. The officer has testified as to what he observed, and it is now your turn to testify as to what occurred. There is no requirement under the rules of procedure, civil, in this operation as of today, that requires a quote unquote injured party to be present. The officer has stated very clearly and fairly and plainly what he observed that day. So as to your testimony related to the date in question, is there anything else you would like the court to know?
No, it isn't. If you guys can't bring any injured party,
Very
no
well.
injury. You guys are trying
Officer
to
Moran, any rebuttal testimony?
No rebuttal testimony.
Thank you so much. Mr. Mathis, the burden of proof in a civil case is a mere preponderance of the evidence. The officer, a duly sworn and certified Michigan peace officer representing the city of Royal Oak, which is one of two cities upon which this court has jurisdiction, has put his testimony forward. There is nothing in the record that has rebutted any of it. Therefore, the court is finding you responsible for the citation as it was written. The fine for that serves $175. That is payable
I
through the
would
pay
not.
portal on the
I would not.
44th
I would
District
not be.
Court website, or
I
you may
object. I
walk a
would not be
cash
paying
check or
any fine.
charge into the
I would not be
44th
paying
District
any
Court.
fine.
Please don't interrupt the court, sir. You may walk a cash check or charge into the 44th District Court at 400 East 11 Mile Road, Monday through Friday, between 8:30 and 4:30. That's due within 7 days, Mr. Mathis. If you take exception to the court's ruling, you may post a bond in the amount of $175 within 7 days, and the matter will be placed upon the formal hearing docket of the chief judge of the district, and at that time, the city of Royal Oak would be represented by a city prosecutor.
Do you guys think the $175 fine was fair for the sovereign citizen? Personally, I think it was a well-deserved lesson. The judge didn't entertain any of his nonsense, just stuck to the facts and the law, and I really respect that. In Michigan, traffic violations like running a red light are considered civil infractions, not criminal offenses. Fines like this are meant to promote public safety, not punish someone personally. This guy's arguments might work in whatever fantasy courtroom he's imagining, but in the real world, they fall apart the moment they're tested against actual state law. Huge respect to the judge for handling the situation so calmly and professionally, even as the defendant tried to derail the entire hearing. That said, part of me wishes the judge had held him in contempt. He was being incredibly rude and disruptive, and judges do have the authority to issue contempt charges when someone disrespects the court or interferes with proceedings. It definitely would have been satisfying to see him face additional consequences for his behavior. What do you think? Should the judge have come down harder on him, or was the fine enough? My last thought here is just how confident this guy was in his nonsense. Like, does he actually believe it? Or is he just pretending to be clueless to dodge responsibility? Let me know what you thought about this hearing in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate every one of you for sticking around, and I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.